Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 5 minutes. Going to be watching Tesla out of the opening gates. So hopefully I can do some options on it. And I just say the word hopefully because this is live in the sense of I have not already recorded everything and now I'm coming back and explaining what's already happened with some sort of voiceover or post commentary, trade recap. This is not a trade recap at all. I don't know what's coming next. So if you are looking for something that's unscripted, that's very just kind of nitty gritty, look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. But as of now, I'm going to pause and I'll be back at the market open. I will say that one thing is for sure, when the market opens, which will be in about 30 seconds, I'm not touching the opening minute. So what we have here from a technical analysis, charting lingo standpoint is this is the technical chart. And what you'll see here is the candles start to form, these being candles, and this is 1 minute candles. So I have to let that first candle form before I'm going to do anything. Because like I said, don't want to get too excited, don't want to get too emotional, just got to let things play out and see how things want to ultimately open up. So like I said, I'm not going to touch this the first minute. Sometimes that can cost you, and it costs in the form of an opportunity cost. You miss out on a trade. Other times, it'll definitely save you by hopping in too soon, and then all of a sudden the price does the exact opposite of what you think it wants to do because it is that first minute. So markets are now open. As of now, this thing just wants to drop. Wow. Like I said, can't do anything with this. I need to see some sort of breath. Going to go over to the 620 puts. I'm definitely bearish biased on it. That doesn't mean I'm not willing to go long, but as of now, I just got to let this opening minute play out. And as tempting as it could have been to have chased all the way down there, yikes. Think about that. If there were people that were short and down around that area, they're getting pretty nervous right about now. What a bounce. Yeah, let's see, what is that? 628. I mean, these spreads right now are crazy. Gonna try for some at 750 here. Okay, got some there. Like I said, I am bearish biased. And I believe this thing will want to eventually pull back here a bit. Now, not necessarily going all the way back down there and retesting those lows or anything like that. But yeah, let's see if this thing does want to come down here a bit. Now the question is, do I want to maybe add? $631 seems to be that key point that'll need to be broken. And if 631 can be broken, I think that'll be a very good situation. So coming down, again, trying to get down through 631. There we go. Nice. Got 3 contracts off. So let's see if this thing wants to pull back some more here. Now, this could still very well be a losing trade. Don't get me wrong, but it won't be nearly as big of a losing trade because I reduced the position size. But like I said, I think this thing has a chance to at least get down to 630. But again, this very well still could be a losing trade. But like I said, I think this thing wants to at least make a move down to 630. So just trying to give this thing a little wiggle room here. If it, okay, wait. All right, out there. So ended up losing $90 on the trade, which is fine. I can survive $90, but yeah, this thing is, I'm not done with it yet though. I still think that this thing potentially wants to come back down. That's 633. So I may, not may. See if I can get some at 650 here. Bummer. Well, leaving me behind at that point. All right, well, Tesla, and let's go back to that opening minute. I mean, can you imagine? There are people that were getting short down around that area. They are not having a good morning at all. Yeah, let's look around, see what else is out there. I'm still not, I don't think I'm done with Tesla yet. Again, that 631 mark truly seems to be an area where if 631 can fail, that could be a very good situation. But all right, well, started off looking like I might have had a nice trade in my hands, but could not get that break of 631. And yeah, in hindsight, I should have just sold all 5 contracts, walked away with $250. But the problem with that is, had it kept on going down, then I would have, left a whole lot of money on the table. So that's just how trading goes sometimes. But here we are coming down to, I'm going to try for some at 750 again. So in at 750. Let's see if we can finally get this breakdown through here. Again, 631. That's going to be the key level that needs to fail. This current area right now being very, very stubborn. Yeah, now the question is, do I want to add? If it comes down to 631, do I want to add some more to the position? Yeah, I do. If it looks like it's going to break down through 631, I think that this is the point where it's going to want to go. But again, got to see it get down to 631 first. Sitting right above that VWAP. Come on down. Okay, watching 631, 631. Whew, 631.50 seems to be mainly that main level. Wow. That is it. 631, let's just call it 25-ish. All right, 633.50. If that fall, yeah, what is that? 633.50. Yeah, I'm going to add some at 633.50 if that level comes back into play here. There it is. Got those at 685. So now I have 8 contracts. But let's see this thing come down. Let's see this thing come down and give me that break of 631. Well, Now 633 seems to be that new stubborn area. Question is, do I want to add maybe another 2 contracts at 631? You know what? I am going to add, if it comes down to 631, I'm adding more contracts. Try to bring myself up to 10 contracts total. Like I said, it's got to get down to that 631 area first. Well, or is this going to be just an unpleasant loss here? 633 now. I will add some more if it comes back into play. But if this is the start of a much bigger move, well then, props to you, Tesla. You tricked me. Well, not looking so good. Wow. Was feeling so good about Tesla. So good. And it completely just fooled me. Not going to bow out quite yet. We'll see if it wants to come back down. A little bit of a pullback here, but I'm not really convinced of anything right now. The one dynamic that's got me a little hopeful is the SPY right now is dropping to lows, and if the SPY can break through those lows, maybe that'll give me the boost I need in my favor. Or do I want to try to add some more up here now? One more add to try to see if I can get this move down to that area. At this point, if it wants to break down through 634, I will add. At this point, why not? And I don't mean that just randomly. I mean, you know, the risk reward on these couple of contracts that I would add is plenty fine. Like I said, want to see this at 634 first. Just waiting and watching, seeing if it even wants to break down through 634. Wow, even that level. Okay, got some more, 2 more at 655. So let's see if this thing can at least come down to 632. And if 632 can break, maybe look for finally the break of 631. So we're getting a drop. Like I said, is this an actual drop? We'll see. But yeah, no doubt about it. VWAP 632.50. That'll be the golden goose. If I can get that, things should turn around very nicely for me. So 632.50. But I mean, in all actuality, it's looking like 633 will be the main stumbling point. Yeah, this thing just does not even want to really go down through there. Yep, right now bouncing right at 633. Let's see if we can get that pushed down through. Okay, there we go. That lasted all of a half a second. Now this area is very strong. Very, very strong. Which isn't shocking. You have VWAP right there. Do I want to add more again for the VWAP break? I mean, I've been patient enough. $6.33. You are haunting my dreams right now. Just get out of the way. I think if 633 fails, I think VWAP is going to break too. Okay, so there we go. There's the official break. Remember, 632.50 is that VWAP. There we go. Let's see some more momentum. Come on. Okay, still have 2 contracts left. Because I'm not quite sure. Does it want to just bounce off this 631 mark again? Or does it want to work for me? And if it wants to work for me, then I still have 2 contracts that'll pay me nicely. But like I said, I have no problem admitting, I don't know if it does. This 631 level has been of massive pain, and you remember that from way back when I took the trade. So I don't know, but at least I know that I don't know, which is, caused me to pull off some profits, but also now give myself a chance to still get paid by hanging on to some contracts here. All right. Can it get down through 630? Wouldn't that be something? So nice, kind of. Let's see if we can get some more momentum down through 630. Come on. There we go. So it took off another contract there. Still have 1 left to try to participate and benefit from this move. Good. Come on down. This move on the 5 minutes getting so overextended though. So I'm just going to take what it's giving. Do I still have a contract left? Apparently I do. All right, there we go. All out for $360. Very, very happy with that trade. Very, very happy. I hung in there. That was about as close as it gets to me being stopped out. I mean, there is this high right here. And I mean, it basically got rejected right at resistance, which is, I can't, that's a scope for a whole nother video, but that's why charts work. That's why charts can just give you that little bit more of knowledge, that little bit more of insight to say, it's looking not so good, but just give it a tad bit more wiggle room. And I gave it a tad bit more wiggle room and ultimately had that work out very nicely in my favor. But the biggest thing I did that really allowed this to turn around is when the price was right here. And I was making the comment, at this point, I don't know if 631 is going to fail. I really don't know anymore. So I am going to lock out. I'm going to take some more off the table just in case it bounces like it very well could. But I want to hang on to something because if I'm wrong, or not necessarily wrong, but because like I said, I just didn't know. So it's not like I was saying, oh, this is for sure going to bounce. No, I just wasn't quite sure. But in the event where it did work in the favor, then right there you can see that I was still able to boost that gain up quite a bit. by hanging on to those final contracts instead of just completely removing myself from the trade. Yeah, of course, it's always easy in hindsight, but and that's where you got to get little bits of. I was recording this whole time, right? Okay, that would have been bad. But was able to, like I said, get that one extra little bit of wiggle room there. Saved me, kept me in the trade, and while losses happen, while bigger losses can happen, for me, they don't happen all the time. When they do happen, yeah, they're definitely bigger. But like I said, when you understand what you're looking at, you can still arrange the probabilities in your favor. Where most likely than not, they're not going to happen. Now, not that other losing trades can't happen, but that was a situation where I was borderline, and but it ended up working out just fine. And yes, of course, in hindsight, I should have held longer, but that's hindsight, and just had no idea at that 631 mark what it actually wanted to do. And from there has turned out to a very nice trade. Because that's right, I forgot. Technically speaking, I made more than 360 on that. Because I was down 90, so that was an over $400 trade. So not too bad. And I don't think because I feel fine. I feel as though I played that one right. I don't feel shaken. I don't feel like, oh geez, I just need to call it a day. No, I feel actually quite confident after that, because I feel as though I played it very, very well and played it how I should. I should have held on. I should have given it wiggle room. I did give it wiggle room, and not to pat myself on the back, but I gave it a great amount of wiggle room. I admitted to myself that I was unsure at 631. Because I was unsure, I reduced position size, but still kept some of my skin in the game just in case it went in my favor, and it did go in my favor. And then I was able to add on some nice gains with that. So from that side of things, like I said, I'm very happy with how I played it, but I don't know if I know I'm not done. Well, I might be done trading, because I don't know if I'm going to find any other opportunities. But what I do know is that I'm going to keep on searching right now, because it's not even 10 o'clock yet, and I like to try to be done after 30 minutes. So technically speaking, still got about 9 minutes before I'd normally like to be done. But got to be very careful with this one, because like I said, the daily chart is sitting at some very confusing levels, which made it seem like, all right, which way did it want to go? But like I said, watching for, but this is a very big overextended move. So I'm going to, like I said, I'll pause for now, and if another trade comes up, I'll let you know. I have an order at $9 here on the bid for a put. So I need Tesla's price to go up a tad bit more. In fact, at this point, I think I can do better at 875. Come on. A little bit more. Very nice. Got those filled. Now I don't need to see Tesla crash or do anything crazy. And all out there for a nice $200 quick scalp. And like I said, I didn't need Tesla really to move in my direction at all. I needed to move, I don't know, maybe $1 in my direction. And that was just a planned scalp to begin with. Like the setup there, very much so. Nice. Almost like I drew that up. It's literally 10 a.m. right now, and I'm up $560. Which not too bad considering that first trade I was down $90, but $500 a day keeps the day job away. And that 30, I hit record, right? Oh, I am struggling. Okay, I am recording. But that 30-minute number, if you're just new to the channel, is I do trading as a side hustle. And I realize some people get into trading, they get into the markets because they want a private jet, they want a Lamborghini, they want a Rolex watch collection, and they want a penthouse apartment. And that's awesome. Go for it. I hope you get those things. For me, as a father of 5 young kids, I do it for freedom of time. I believe, my opinion, that the most valuable thing, quote unquote, out there is time itself. And I just want freedom of time to be able to go and do what I want. So that's why I try to be done what I call the be done in 30 approach, meaning on average, sometimes it's more than 30 minutes. Other times it can be, if you watch other videos, it can be done it can be 5 minutes, a couple of minutes. But point here being that every month I want to be done with the trading after right around 30 minutes. And you know, am I driving around in a Lamborghini? No, but I mean, there's a lot of other things, in my opinion, like I said, such as time that make the difference. And that is what I'm actually after. So, I mean, literally right on the dot today, 30 minutes in, $560. Very happy with that, especially when, like I said, started off down in the $90 hole there. And I know, I'll save the comment, Clay, had you held where you're at, you could have sold for so much more. And you're right. But again, that was not the strategy. That was a different strategy that I was using compared to the other ones. So that was just the design scalp. And yes, I'm with you. I'm looking at the numbers and saying, yeah, I could have made a whole lot more, but that's good old hindsight for you. But again, that was just not simply the strategy. That was not, the idea behind the trade plan in the first place. So I'm going to take my $560. Well, with commissions, I don't know, 540-ish. Don't hold me to that, but I'll take that. And I'm going to move on with my day. Now, before I go, a couple things. If you enjoy these live trade videos, 2 ways to communicate that to me, because they're not the easiest to make. I have to think for myself. I have to talk to you. I have to make alerts in the chat room. I have to make all sorts of various things that are going on all at once. So they are doable. They're just not easy. So I just always want to make sure that I'm using my time wisely. So if you do enjoy these videos and if you want me to keep making them, then just hit that like button, leave a comment below. It could be a thumbs up emoji, but those 2 things go a long way in communicating to me that you do enjoy the videos. So just, kind of help me out there in that regard. And then also, I do offer a free class if you're interested in learning more about technical analysis, how I use them, how technical charts should be used, how they can be used, kind of the philosophy and the power that are behind them. So if you're interested in that free class, as soon as this video ends, it'll cut to an advertisement for that. Like I said, class is totally free. So if that sounds like it could be any value to you, then like I said, stick around in just a second to learn more about that. But yeah, like I said, as far as this video is concerned, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, leave a basic comment down below. Everybody, thanks. Take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only 1 losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.